This is going to be kind of showing my little custom setup, I guess you could say, of my grain hauler and the Pete truck. This is not a bought combination, and by that I mean you cannot go out and buy this truck with this trailer unless somebody has swapped around a numbered truck. The truck is, I believe it originally comes with a van trailer, as the whale tail shows, I guess. It does have a headache rack. The headache rack is very detailed, but we'll get to that in a minute. The truck is 379 Peterbilt. I bought it from Phil and Jan of Stampin' Toys up in Indiana. It was also bought at the St. Louis Farm Toy Show, but it was not bought at the same time as the other ones. This was bought the first year I attended, which was a year or two ago. It has the Cummins engine in it, as most of these trucks do. I'm kind of wiping off some of the dust on top of the bunk here. It does have the round chicken lights all over this thing. It is lit up like a Christmas tree. It is a two-tone. Blue is my favorite color, so anything blue really gets me going, and this is blue truck, so I guess part of the reason why I bought it. And it's got black, which is another one of my favorite colors. So it's got the black fenders on both sides. Nice black tanks. It is just a tandem. I don't know why this has been like this. A nice tandem setup here. Bring this into focus. And now we're going to turn to the back. The headache rack, as you can tell, is very, very detailed. It's all in there. These half fenders are full fenders. I mean, I've never had any problem, even though they're kind of bowed up. As you can tell on the left side, the inside is sloping way downhill, but that doesn't bother me. It still pulls that hopper nicely. You got your brake lights. You got your fifth wheel. Binders and such on there. The rack does have chains. So it's a nice truck. It's got the factory bullet lights and etched out on the breather here, and this is a mounted breather. Now we're going to move to the hopper. This is just a DCP black and white hopper. This is what I see all the time. This is what I've been raced around. White 66-inch sides with a black tarp. That's what I've always been around and everything. Was white with black. That's the way I was raised. The tarp does roll. For now, I'm just going to flip it over, but it rolls very nicely, and it can be packed into that. The inside, very super detailed. Every rivet is in its place. The cones go down like they're supposed to. The doors are there. I have the front door open to show you that the doors do open. And both of those doors do that. Have a tarp guard set up on this, and I think all of them do. And what tarp guard, I call it tarp guard, what tarp guard does is when you roll your tarp over on a real one, when you get about right here, it starts kind of free falling. Well, on this, it just goes to right here, and these little pins snap into little holes on the trailer. Well, on a real one, anybody that pulled one or helped on a farm or something probably knows this. You got tarp to about right here, and when it falls down, if there's not tarp protectors, it just bangs the hell out of your trailer. It just plop into the side of your trailer and hits it and bends. Or I've seen it break rods. I've had them break rods, and it's just a mess. And they put these little plastic stoppers on here. There's normally about 4 of them, 2, 3. There's just enough to break the tarp's fall down and not tear up your trailer, and then you just roll it the opposite direction. You kind of roll it back up and onto this, underneath this ledge right here on these trailers, and that's what you get. So you keep the tarp shut. This trailer, it has a little vent up here. There is an arm that goes from up here. The crank is what it is. It does come with it. They are sold with the trailers. As far as where mine is at, that's a good question. I think it is lost, and I do not care to replace it, as it's not hampering anything that I do with the trailer. It's not in my way. If I was maybe using it on a display or something, yes, I would probably go back and get the tarp handle. Wilson mud flaps with mud flap weights. Brake lights, turn signals. These are reverse lights and brake lights and turn signals. You got your warning decals, you got your marker lights. These are just kind of for show. These two lights here on the side of the trailers. The hole is where the handle slips in. The back is chrome. I think this is stainless steel. But anyway, it's got the rivets in it. And this is a handle here. And this is what would be a handle right here, where this is ledged above the lights, for people that are on this little ladder coming up, and then you stand on this. And the one thing that I think DCP missed, they missed something on these trailers, would be the steps into the hopper. As you can tell, there's no steps in the hopper. And that's not a big deal to me. I'll layer on our side here real easy. Show you how the doors work. Closed, open, closed, open, and it's ribbed and all that. The handle, these are, as my phone will not show, very detailed. Both of these gearboxes going to the cranks are detailed. And then there's the undercarriage. And here is one little hole. And here's the other little hole for the tarp to flop over into. And yes, it does flop and lock. And I will not do that because right now I just don't feel like fighting it, because it is a little tricky. And there you just have your front of your trailer. And that, I think this looks really good, this setup. That's why I have it in this setup. So, there you go.